The people say Gotham City keeps a ledger, hidden in the shadows. Every debt, every sin, written in the dark of night, inked in blood that never dries. Prolog. February 9th. Rain whispered through the bones of Gotham, a steady rhythm against glass and steel. Neon lights bled into puddles like open wounds, and somewhere beneath it all, laughter echoed. Not the kind that warmed hearts, the kind that froze blood. Inside a forgotten carnival trailer, strings of fairy lights blinked over a collage of madness. Newspaper clippings, mugshots, lipstick circles, red yarn crisscrossing delusions. At its center, painted in bright pink across the wall, Vengeancetine's Day. Harley Quinn danced barefoot on the sticky floor, humming to herself as she tightened the strap on a stolen GCPD vest, rhinestones glittering under flickering bulbs. "So," she said to no one, "I hire the boogeyman as a Valentine's Day surprise for my puddin'. A love note from me to Mr. J. Just some gunfire, a little bloodshed, lipstick and roses. Penguin, Two-Face, maybe even Batbrain if he shows up." She twirled once, then hurled a knife at a teddy bear wearing a stitched-on Batman cowl. It stuck, quivering. What could possibly go wrong? Her laugh lingered, light and venomous, as sirens rolled across the city. February 12th. Rain and silence. Somewhere across the river, a cheap motel tries to remember what warmth felt like. The walls sweat. The clock stutters. And John Wick sits in the half-light, motionless. A book closed before him. A knock came once, soft, deliberate. The hallway was empty. At his feet, a small package waited. Pink ribbon, glittered paper. A heart-shaped tag that read, "From Gotham, with love." He brought it inside and set it on the table. The ticking clock grew louder. He didn't open it right away. He didn't need to. The air already felt heavier, like someone had written his name into fate. Outside, a siren wailed somewhere across the river. The boogeyman had been summoned. February 14th. The Detective and the Storm. Wayne Tower loomed above the city like a silent warden, hidden in plain sight. On the top floor. In the Batcave Annex, monitors glowed cold blue across the armored chest of a man lost between pain and duty. A security feed plays on loop. A child unwraps a teddy bear plush. Pink smoke, screams, people scrambling, static. Batman watched the feed in silence. His reflection glared back from the dark glass. Cowl off, eyeshadow smeared across his face like war paint. Alfred's voice broke the stillness. "He's mailing these things now?" the butler asked, tone clipped but tired. "6 this week," Bruce murmured. "That we know of." He tapped a control on his gauntlet. The display shifted. GCPD routes, toxin markers, and one name highlighted in red. Harvey Dent. Transfer to Arkham, 11 minutes. Alfred sighed softly. "It seems your Valentine's date is rather two-faced, Master Wayne." Batman countered swiftly. "Let's hope none of Harvey's secret admirers want to take the opportunity for a face-to-face." Alfred folded his hands behind his back. "I miss the days when lunatics just robbed banks." Batman's jaw tightened. Joker's evolving his formula. He's escalating. Dent's getting moved. The timing stinks. "Should I ready the car, sir?" Bruce doesn't respond. The sound of armor seals clicking fills the silence. The cowl lowers, shadows claiming what's left of his face. When he finally speaks, it's not a man talking anymore. It's the storm itself. Outside, thunder splits the skyline. The bat rises into the rain.
Blackbird, blackbird, singing the blues all day, right outside of my door. Blackbird, blackbird, why do you sing and say there's no sunshine in store? All through the winter you hung around, now I begin to feel homeward bound. Blackbird, blackbird, gotta be on my way where there's sunshine galore. Bluebird, bluebird, calling me far away, I've been longing for you. Bluebird, bluebird, what do I hear you say? Skies are turning to blue. I'm like a flower that's fading here, where every hour is one long tear. Bluebird, bluebird, this is my lucky day, now my dreams will come true. Pack up all my care and woe, here I go, singing low. Bye, bye, blackbird, where somebody waits for me, sugar sweet, so is she. Bye, bye, blackbird, no one here can love and understand me. Oh, what hard luck stories they all hand me. Make my bed and light the light, I'll arrive late tonight. Blackbird, bye-bye.
Rooftop. The storm had sharpened the city's edges, turning every reflection into a blade. On a rooftop overlooking GCPD headquarters, a man in a stolen uniform assembled a rifle long enough to pierce an armored convoy. John Wick worked without sound or wasted motion. Metal slid into metal. The scope aligned with a muted click. Through the lens, the world pulsed in thermal colors, red bodies glowing in the blue night. Below, the convoy lined up in precision. Armored trucks, cruisers, canines. In the center, shackled and scowling, was Two-Face. Wick's breathing slowed to nothing. The scope followed the vehicle. His finger rested against the trigger. Flashes of heat moving through a world painted in cold blue. He pressed a small device beside him. A map flickered alive, traffic lights in a 2-block radius turning red at once. The streets below snarled into chaos. He exhaled, a heartbeat, and just as his finger tightened, a metallic whisper cut the rain. Something fast. A batarang clashed with the scope. The shot went wide. The bullet punched through the transport's side panel, missing Dent's head by inches. Metal fragments exploded inside. Against the cold blue insides of the vehicle wall, a spray of white-hot and reddish metal is brushed across the thermal view before shattering. Two-Face screamed as shrapnel sprayed over him. The driver, mortally wounded by a chunk of metal that punched through the back wall. His foot mashing the gas, the vehicle lurched, speeding through traffic uncontrollably. Outside, pedestrians screamed. Glass shattered. A parked car is obliterated as the transport rams through. The streets dissolved into screams. From another rooftop, Batman saw the chaos unfold. The sniper didn't flinch. He's already moving, calm. The rifle stays behind. The city swallows him. His jaw tightens. Two options: stop the killer or save the people. The bat dove into the storm, deploying his cape like a glider. The sniper vanished. Wick was already moving, slipping down stairwells, blending into the crowd. The GCPD disguise peeled away. Underneath, black suit, black tie, expression carved from stone. He passed through panicked civilians unnoticed. To them, he was just another man escaping the night. The transport barreled through intersections. Batman gave chase, gliding about traffic. He grappled onto a nearby building, cutting a sharp corner as he swung down at an angle, landing perfectly, feet first through the window on the passenger's seat. Too late to safely stop the runaway transporter, but just in time to grasp the steering and swerve the vehicle into a parked car in front of a pizza place before it could cause any more casualties. Dust and debris clouded the air. The crash was thunder in metal form. Glass, smoke, impact, silence. When the dust settled, the van was empty. Only a coin remained. Two-Face's coin, scarred, pierced clean through. Gordon arrived seconds later, catching his breath, rain soaking his coat. What the hell happened here? Batman turned the coin in his hand. Both sides ruined. Tell the press Dent's dead. Gordon frowned. You sure he isn't? Batman looked toward the skyline. No. The clown and the killer. The Iceberg Lounge pulsed with rhythm and sin. Glass walls shimmer with the reflection of nightlife, laughter echoing through smoke. Gotham's most lavish den of vice. Blue light shimmered through a fish tank the size of a wall. In the upper office, a door burst open. Boss, you gotta see that... He freezes mid-sentence. Behind the desk, Oswald Cobblepot, the Penguin, sat motionless in his chair, eyes open, throat slit. Blood had painted his white suit into something abstract and terrible. Security comms burst to life with static and shouting. Panic spreads like fire. Lock it down, someone shouted. Nobody leaves! Another voice. We got bodies backstage, staff, security, someone iced the boss! On the floor below, music and perfume tried to bury the truth for one more minute. The crowd a haze of bodies, loud, careless, half-drunk. John Wick walked through them. Another ghost in a suit. He reaches for the door. Locked. It doesn't budge. A hand taps his shoulder. A man in a suit smiled, polite but nervous. Excuse me, sir. Minor technical issue with our doors. Please, have a drink on the house while we sort it out. Wick studies him for a heartbeat too long, then nods once. He takes a seat facing the exit. Then a new voice joins him at the bar. Smooth, confident. You know, I should probably thank you. This place, it's mine now. Wick didn't look at him right away. He just speaks, a single name, like an observation, not a threat. Ignatius Ogilvy. The man smiles. Ogilvy gave a slow nod, unshaken. I see. Walk away. No bravado, just cold promise. He stirs the drink with a finger, ice clicking against glass. I'm gonna do you a favor, Ogilvy said softly. You walk out now, I have no interest in a bloodbath. But if you stay, He leaned closer. His voice was colder than the club's air. Make no mistake, I'll come for you. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow. But what you did here, it cannot stand. Wick finishes his drink, sets the glass down quietly. He didn't say a word. He stands and walks. By the time the locks disengaged, he was gone. At Gotham's docks, laughter echoed from inside a derelict factory. Gulls cried over the river. The water below moved like slow mercury, black and depthless.
Do I begin to tell the story of how
Inside an abandoned warehouse, something bubbles.
sweet love story that is old?
The Joker was humming while he worked. He moved like a dancer who forgot what song he's hearing, stirring a chemical concoction with a soup ladle like a demented chef, while tossing Valentine's candy into an industrial-sized vat of glowing green liquid. The metal hissed, melting upon contact, sending up a puff of green vapor as the solution sizzled. He leaned close to the fumes, inhales deeply, and smiles like he's found religion. Goons in hard hats and overalls, sloppily working overtime. Crates of Valentine's candy and teddy bears stained with green goo and dissolved filth. A dash of pepper, he says softly. A pinch of spice. He chuckles under his breath. And everything nice. He laughs, the sound sharp enough to cut glass, then whirls around and yanks a goon by the collar, face to face, eyes wild. The man smells like sweat and fear. You! Tell Harley and her crew to hurry the hell up and bring the rest of the teddy bears. This is going to be a Valentine's night massacre. He laughs out loud. His reflection rippled across the toxin, a sickly green shimmer inside the barrel, slowly eating away at a teddy bear floating on the surface. The goon stumbled off, skipping down the dirty, abandoned warehouse hall, humming a demented tune. Joker whispered, "Oh, it's going to be beautiful." The subway hums 2 districts away. John Wick emerged from a grimy subway station, slipping into the sea of bodies. Calm, focused, his eyes scanning every reflection, every alley, every rooftop. He moved with intent, slipping past surveillance cameras, never noticed, always aware. Anonymous, silent, another shape in the flow of wet coats and lowered heads. High above, Batman swept across the skyline, voice low through the comms. Alfred said, "There has been a disturbance at the Iceberg Lounge, Master Wayne. Someone has caused quite a ruckus, though it seems resolved. Do you think that could be our man?" "Maybe. I can't look into that right now," Batman replied. "One of Joker's clowns has been reported breaking into a gift shop." "Sir, is the Batman fighting shoplifters now?" Alfred quipped. "Well, he hasn't been stealing. In fact, he brought something into the store." Batman dives, cape snapping. "With all due respect, sir, aren't Two-Face and his mysterious hitman still on the loose?" He silently lands atop the Gotham Gift Company roof, peering down through the glass skylight. Batman exhaled sharply, ending the call. Red. Two-Face was alive, barely. His gang scrambled around him, terrified. Shrapnel had carved new scars into old ones, and the good side of his face was gone. "Load the trucks!" he screamed. "I want the son of a bitch who did this. Guns, grenades, I don't care. Get some heavy stuff. Bring everything. This is war. I want the head of whoever did this to me. Now!" He stormed toward the garage bay, kicking open the doors. "Load up the goddamn cars!" Across the water, outside, engines rev in the rain. Batman swings from a rooftop, does a backflip, and lands right on the edge of a crane jib. Cloaked by darkness, he overlooks the docks. "Alfred, give me a bat drone flyover. The traces of Joker toxin end here. The scanner can't pick up anything, but I'm sure they are loading the crates somewhere around here." "Coming up," Alfred replied. "Master Wayne, do you think this awful clown could be associated with our shooter?" "No. This was a professional. A clinical assassination. Ruthless. No concern for collateral." Batman answered coldly. "I see," Alfred replied. "The drone is entering airspace now. Handing over control in 5, 4, 3. But another set of eyes was already surveying the dockyard. Wick, across the street, watching through a cracked window. He lifted a compact rangefinder to his eye. Night vision painted the docks in ghostly green. He didn't notice the Batman shrouded in mist and moonlight overlooking the docks. His attention was focused on the workers wearing clown masks and grimy overalls. Moments later, at the Iceberg Lounge, 3 black SUVs screeched to a stop. Doors flying open. Two-Face stormed out, his crew close behind, posturing up. Two-Face was still a raging, bleeding mess, barely human. Blood dripping from his head, shrapnel was embedded in his arms and face, slowly staining half his prison jumpsuit red. "Where's Oswald? Did he do this? Who did he hire?" A penguin goon stepped forward. "Boss, and gets decked in the face. Out cold. "I'm not talking to piss ants. Where is he?" From the shadows of the lounge's entrance, Ignatius Ogilvy stepped forward, flanked by nervous thugs. "Harvey, this is a bad time." He stopped cold at the sight of Two-Face. "Oh my God, what the Two-Face wiped his forehead, flicking blood to the ground like he was sweating. "Where is Penguin?" Ignatius was trying to stay calm. "Jesus, man, are you even... How are you still The boss got hit. He's dead." "And you don't look much better. You look like hell." Two-Face was mangled. His face is hanging on by a thread. Shrapnel was stuck in his former good side. Black blood dripping thick from his head onto his jumpsuit, slowly turning it almost half black from the neckline on. His eyes are bloodshot and half his lip is hanging down, flapping and splashing blood and spit. Two-Face steps forward, inches from Ogilvy, his dead eye twitching. "Oh, I am far from dead." Ogilvy flinches. "The boss and 10 men are dead. No sound, no alarm. Someone ghosted in and out." Two-Face slammed his bloody fist onto the roof of a parked car, leaving a red-black smear. "Are you kidding me? What the hell do you mean Oswald is dead?" Two-Face leans in close. "This has to be the same guy that tried to take me out. You know who it is. I can see it in your eyes. If you lie to me, Ogilvy, I'll raze this place to the ground. Tonight," Two-Face snarls. "Somebody dies tonight. You want to volunteer?" Ogilvy's goons start reaching for their weapons, but hesitate. "Yeah, didn't think so." Wick slipped through the corridors, dispatching guards in silence. Batman descended from above, a silent wraith of fear. They moved through the same storm, unaware of each other. Wick moved along the side of the building, gloved hands gliding over wet brick, the faint reflection of moonlight crawling up his suit. He checks corners, angles. No sound, no light, no wasted breath. Moving silently, waiting for the opportunity to dispose of the patrolling Joker goon blocking his way. When a screeching, high-pitched voice broke the silence. "Hey," she called, tilting her head. Then, a glint. "You are way overdressed for this place. Are you the health inspector?" A painted figure in red and black leaning against a crate, swinging a hammer like it's a child's toy. Wick didn't answer. He stepped to the side, too fast to track, and a single shot punched through the silence. The nearby henchman dropped before Harley even finished blinking. "So much for quiet," Wick remarked under his breath. She gasped theatrically. "Oh, so that's how it is, huh?" Harley Quinn laughed. She threw a handful of blades, kitchen knives by the look of them, glinting like teeth in the dark. They spun, singing through the air. Wick whipped his jacket up, deflecting them with the fabric, metal clinking against Kevlar beneath. "Bat brain?" she taunts, sliding down a railing, laughter spilling behind her. "Is that you under there?" No answer. Just the quiet click of another magazine locking in place. Wick looked skeptical, firing 3 times. Harley dodged with circus acrobatics, vanishing into the darkness with a few cartwheels while laughing. "Get him, boys." Gunfire shattered the quiet. On the other side of the compound, Batman had arrived at the mother lode. Following the traces of Joker toxin, he had made his way into Joker's private reserve. Barrels upon barrels of chemicals, lining the shelves of the former warehouse, when suddenly a gunshot broke the silence. Harley's laugh shrilling through the rainstorm as all hell broke loose. Batman's head snapped toward the noise. "Enough collateral for one night," he muttered. He changed his course, heading toward the firefight. The fight erupted like music, gunfire, metal, laughter. Minutes later at the Iceberg Lounge. "You sure?" "We are moving, get ready." Two-Face barked at his men. "Ignatius, they found our guy. The docs are going crazy. It has to be him." Two-Face turns away and starts to walk off. "Are you coming or what? Or did you hire them to get rid of Penguin? You know, a bad look sticks like bird shit." Two-Face walked off, signaling his man to gather. "Mount up, guys." Harley moved like an acrobat while wielding a deadly sledgehammer flowing through the chaos with cartwheels and kicks, her hammer swinging in arcs that crash against concrete pillars. Wick meets her rhythm, every step, every pivot, every pull of the trigger like a dance. Until another sound cuts through the storm. Wings. Batman dropped through the ceiling in a rain of broken glass, the darkness itself crashing down. He landed between Wick and Harley, cape spread like a shroud. Harley stumbles back, eyes wide, then bursts into delighted laughter. "Well, if it isn't the Bat of the Hour." Batman's gaze flicks once toward her, then to Wick. 2 predators, both silent, both ready. For a moment, the world holds its breath. Then, chaos again. Smoke, flash, gunfire. Goons scramble in every direction. John Wick takes down henchmen one by one, precise and brutal. Harley Quinn throws insults and takes pot shots from the shadows. Wick sidesteps, counters, shoots. His suit absorbs the brunt of the damage. Batman doesn't move like a person. Smoke pallets cloud the scene. A shadow seems to be moving inhumanly fast, taking down everyone in its path. Batman is fighting goons attempting to keep them safe from John Wick while taking them out of the fight. He throws a flash pallet at John Wick, followed by a handful of batarangs. But Wick does not relent. Between taking out clowns and being harassed by Harley, they fight. Batman dodging bullets and Wick deflecting batarangs until they end up in a brawl. "Who are you?" both asking at the same time. Batman's voice is dark and raw like black stone. "Stand down." Wick didn't flinch. Outside, engines growl, tires scream. Two-Face's convoy smashes through the dock gates. "Move it!" he roars. His voice is shredded, raw. "I want the bastard that tried to take my head!" Two-Face storms out of the first vehicle, barking orders, dripping blood. His men fan out, heavy weapons in hand. Within minutes, explosions rock the building. Two-Face goons and Penguin henchmen swarm the ground floor. Dances and devils. Above the chaos, Joker sighed. "You can't even cook in peace. How rude," he remarked ironically, laughing. "Oh well, let's serve our guests something special." He plunged his knife into the side of the full vat of Joker toxin. The bubbling, fluorescent green goo spilled out, quickly vaporizing and spreading across the warehouse floor. Pieces of the floor dissolving, feeding the chemical reaction. One of his clowns gets caught in the fumes and instantly starts laughing until his face freezes in a twisted smile as he drops dead. "They don't make 'em like they used to," Joker mused. The toxin was creeping like a mist, silently along the ground, reaching the ongoing fight where John Wick and Batman are tangled in carnage. Wick is methodically taking out henchmen, deadly and precise. Batman is doing the opposite, knocking out, disarming, and saving lives. Amid the chaos, Joker descended, silhouetted by the rising toxin like a poisonous gown made of gas. Wherever he walked, bodies dropped in fits of laughter, dozens hysterically dying in his wake. Harley Quinn, watching from a catwalk above, is breathless with adoration. From her point of view, it's a scene of pure beauty. She is over the moon. "Oh, Puddin', this is the perfect Valentine's Day. You really outdid yourself." Outside, GCPD units began to arrive, trying to set up a perimeter. Inside, John Wick spotted the Joker. He opened fire, but the rounds seemed to miss or distort through the gas. The toxin is beginning to affect his perception. Wick's vision starts to swim, laughter ringing in his ears that isn't his own. Two-Face slowly walked up to one of the SUVs. He ripped open the trunk, revealing a heavy machine gun. The gas was slowly spreading. Two-Face walked away from the SUV, between rage, blood, and the Joker toxin in the air. He literally was seeing red, indiscriminately shooting the heavy machine gun at everything that moved. No matter how hard Wick tried, he couldn't hit the Joker, as the gas is slowly getting to him. Wick was barely standing. The Joker walked toward him, smiling wide. "Ah," he sighed, arms wide. "So you're the one who caused all this delightful chaos." Joker laughed out loud. Wick still stoic but intoxicated. "I'm here for your head." Joker burst out laughing with delight. "Oh, all this just for me," he gasped, motioning theatrically. "See, this is what I love about this city. Anything can happen on a Saturday night." Wick picked up an assault rifle from a dead goon while walking towards Joker. Joker twirled his knife. "Oh, Harley, my love, you shouldn't have." Joker winked at Harley while performing a little flourish. The gas behind him briefly scattered like a cloak in the rays of moonlight coming through the windows, and was quickly lost again in the fumes. Joker was grinning. "Well, here I am. Let's see if you can dance with the devil in the pale moonlight." They clashed. Joker dodged the rifle in close quarters, almost like a dance, using his knife to cut Wick between reloads and tactical movements. Wick simply couldn't hit the Joker. The toxin had him at the point of hallucinations, making him laugh against his will. Two-Face kept on firing at everything that moves, shrapnel and metal chunks flying everywhere. Batman shouted something muffled by the gas. He dragged a coughing GCPD officer out of the smoke, slams an injector into the officer's arm. The antidote. Batman shouted, "Harvey, stop shooting! The gas! It's flammable! You'll blow us all to hell!" Joker howled with laughter. "Now it's a party!" Two-Face squeezes the trigger. The machine gun roars, sparks leaping from every ricochet. Batman saved another wounded officer from Two-Face's rampage, this time injecting himself with an antitoxin. He stumbled, dropping a few vials of the antidote as he scrambled. Batman stood back up, back to rescue more people. Too late. This time a ricochet catches a bit of metal and sparks fly, igniting the gas. The warehouse erupted. Flame and shrapnel tearing through the night, windows shattering across the harbor, waves of heat and smoke rolling through the dockyards. Then, faintly, laughter. Later that night, the docks were on fire, the streets flooded by toxic fumes, and somewhere above it all, Harley Quinn and the Joker watched the city choke on their punchline. The perfect date night for the criminally insane. Sirens cutting through the night as the sky was turning green. "Oh, Harley, my dear, this was the best Valentine's gift ever." Joker laughed with glee. He stepped closer to the edge of the roof, eyes wild with delight. A dance with the Baba Yaga himself. What a night!
Tell me that I'm selfish, dear, for if you only knew the love that dwells within my heart, you'd not think as you do. I did not mean to cause you pain or even make you sigh. If I've done wrong or made mistakes, there is a reason why. Because I'm in love with you, dear. Because I'm in love with you. I envy the dimples that play hide and seek, and flirt with the roses that bloom on your cheek. Because I'm in love with you, dear. Because I'm in love with you. I'd do anything that you'd ask me to, because I'm in love with you. If you decide that all is o'er and strangers we must be, the thought that we were sweethearts once will still bring bliss to me. And should misfortune come your way, or if you need a friend, just bid me come and you will find me faithful to the end. with you, dear, because I'm in love with you. I'd do anything that you'd ask me to, because I'm in love with you. If you decide that all is o'er, and strangers we must be, the thought that we were sweethearts once will still bring bliss to me. And should misfortune come your way, or if you need a friend, just bid me come and you will find me faithful to the end. Because I'm in love with you, dear, because I'm in love with you. I envy the dimples that play hide and seek, and flirt with the roses that bloom on your cheek. Because I'm in love with you, dear, because I'm in love with you. I'd do anything that you'd ask me to, because I'm in love with you.